Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadra Shefa Azhara, and I will talk to you about verb, noun, and clause. Verb. A verb is a word or combination of words that indicates action or a state of being condition. A verb is the part of a sentence that tells us about the subject performed. Verb is a word that express physical action, mental action, and a state of being. And then different types of verb. Stative verb. Verb expresses a state rather than action. Example, I am at home. She believes in fairies. And then finite verbs. Finite verbs are the actual verbs which are called the roots of the sentence. Alex went to school. Subject Alex performed the action in the past, and this information is evident only by the verb when. And then another example, he is playing for Australia. And then non-finite verb do not change according to the number or person of the subject because this verb, also called verbals, do not have any direct relation to the subject. Example, I have a broken bat. This is past participle. And walking is a good habit. This is gerund. And then action verb. Action verb indicates what the subject of a sentence performs or an activity that a person or thing can do. Lee eats cake. Eating is something Lee can do. And another example, I painted the car. The verb paint demands an object to be painted. Next, transitive verb. Transitive verb is one that acts on something that must have a direct object. Example, Lee eats pies. Eats is transitive because you can eat something. Pies is the direct object or the thing being acted upon. Lee bought dozens of cakes. Bought is transitive because you can buy something. Dozen of cakes is the direct object or the thing being acted upon. And then intransitive verb. Verb do not act on something and upon anything there is no direct object. The rain fell. My throat hurts. Next, linking verb. Linking verbs adds detail about the subject of a sentence. Example, the food seems delicious. The food was delicious. And another example, you look happy. You are happy. It means you are happy. And then auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are also called helping verbs. An auxiliary verb extends the main verb by helping to show time, tense, mood, voice, and possibility. Example, they are walking in the park. I have seen a movie. And then modal verb. Modal verb is a kind of an auxiliary verb. It assists the main verb to indicate possibility, poten, potentiality, ability, permission, expectation, and obligation. Can, could, must, may, might, ought to, shall, should, will, would. Like example, I may want to talk to you again. And another example, they must play their best game to win. And then phrasal verb, verb made up of more than one word, usually two words. A phrasal verb has a main verb and another word, or either a preposition or a participle. Example, when people find out you are an actress, they Google you. Meditation helped me to calm down. And then noun. We talk about noun. Noun is any member of a class of words that typically can be combined with determiners, serve as the subject of verbs, and can be interpreted as singular or plural, can be replaced with a pronoun and refer to an entity, quality, state, action, or concept word that names something such as a person, place, thing, or idea. Example, place like House, London, factory, shelter, Mount Vesuvius, Disneyland, and my bedroom. And then person. Example, soldier, Alan, cousin, lawyer, or the thing. Thing. This is includes object, table, London Bridge, chisel, nitrogen, malt, inch, cooking, animal, rat, shark, Mickey, or an ideas, confusion, kindness, faith, theory of relativity, or joy. And then types of nouns. Uh, Proper nouns. A proper noun is a specific name of a person, place, or thing, and it always capitalized. Example: Does Diana have much work to do this evening? Or Tina is the name of a specific person. I would like to visit Old Faithful. Old Faithful is the specific name of a geological phenomenon. And common noun. Common noun is the generic name of an item in a class of group and is not capitalized unless appearing at the beginning of a sentence or in a title. Example: The girl crossed the river. Girl is a common noun. And then concrete noun. Concrete noun. Example: I heard the doorbell. My keyboard is sticky. Or abstract noun. An abstract noun is something that cannot be perceived by the sense, and we can imagine the courage to to do that. And then collective noun. A collective noun denotes a group or collection of people or things. A collective noun is a noun that names a group of people or things, such as flock or squad. The example: that pack of lice is disgraceful. Pack of lice, as used here, is a collective noun. Collective noun take a singular verb as if they are one entity. In this case, the singular verb is. Another example: a pride of lions roams the savannah. Pride of lions is also a collective noun. And also plural noun. Plural noun. Many English plural noun can be formed by adding s or es to the singular form, although there are many exceptions, something that cannot be counted. Example: taxes, houses. And then countable noun. Countable noun are nouns which can be counted even if the number might be extraordinarily high, or like counting all the people in the world. Example: here are a few cats. Here are some cats. Uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns are nouns that come in a state of quantity, which is impossible to count. Liquids are uncountable, right? As the things that act like liquids or sand, air. Example: students seem to have much homework this day. And then possessive noun. Possessive noun are noun which possess something. Example: they have something. You can identify a possessive noun by the apostrophe. Most nouns show the possessive with an apostrophe. Example: I have been invited to the boss's house for dinner. Or Mr. Sanchez's coat is still hanging on the back of her chair. Another and clauses. A clause is a group of related words containing a subject and a verb, and a clause can be useful distinguished from a phrase, which is a group of related words that doesn't contain a subject-verb relationship, such as in the morning, or running down the street, or having gone used to this harassment. Example: Michael bought a new computer. This is one sentence and one clause. Michael bought a new computer, but he still has the old one. This is one sentence but two clauses. And Also, although he still has his old one, Michael now has a new computer. This is one sentence with two clauses. And thank you for your attention. Have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.